Hi guys, my name's Jade. I'm from the Poultry Centre, and beside me I have my best off-sider I could ever ask for.
Hi, I'm Crystal and Jones. I have a small hobby business called Crystal and Jones Photography and a side hustle of having horses and kind of, I suppose, be a crazy chicken lady as well.
So we got numerous of messages saying to rescue some dumped roosters in 3 different locations across the tablelands to go rescue these dumped roosters. One location we went to was pretty easy. Chrislyn was able to capture one rooster by hand.
Yeah, he was pretty quiet. We just walked in there and he was all friendly and happy to see us, and we put a little bit of food down and he walked straight up and we just picked him up.
That was good one, first one. Second location, we had 3 abandoned roosters. We used our new and approved cage with a little lure pen. We were able to capture those 3 pretty quickly too. So we were on a ball really for the first 2.
Yeah, we're setting the mood for the day. It was turning out to be a pretty good one, but you always have that feeling that there's something. Alright, when we finished at the second location where we picked up the 3 roosters, we went and received another tip that there may have been some at a sort of rainforest walking track area, and we kind of had no idea what to expect. We were just told maybe there'd be some there. We sort of had a look around and couldn't find anything, but a local lady on a bike turned up and was able to tell us another definite third location. She said there would have been about 6 dumped roosters there. So we
got there and there was more than 6 dumped roosters. There was probably 14 roosters in total
we could see.
Yeah, that we could see, and one beautiful little hen. So, yep, we decided to try and capture them. We set the trap out, as you'll see in the video. We had our lure hen in as well. We've tried the feed. We caught 1 successful rooster then, and then we decided we had to move locations of our cage. Can you come in? Yeah. Moving it up against the fence, I'd say, to lure them down the fence line into our cage.
So we thought we'd take a little. We thought we'd have an opportunity.
Ball.
Yeah, okay. Go get the dead ball. Fetch. Go get it. We thought we'd take a crack at doing what you do with cattle, and we'll just run them down the fence and see if we can yard up, and that was successful. We got 2, but they kind of caught on to us after that.
Mama.
So we moved that cage onto the fence and sort of mustered them down the fence, and we got 2, but they were pretty clever after that. They got straight onto us, and we didn't have any hope a second time.
We probably learned a lot, I guess, when there's a couple of roosters, it's easier to catch. Though when we came across the bigger flocks, like there was 11 in one area and a couple in the other area, it's a lot harder to lure them into a cage. I guess because you've always got the master King Kong of
sort of the boss
man of the flock, that kind of sends them a calling saying, don't go there. So it was quite harder to get the rest of them in. So we put our heads together and decided that we would do a night trial.
We were either crazy or it was a really good idea at the time, so we thought, yep, let's do it. We'll come back in a couple of nights' time and have a go.
Trampoline.
What?
Trampoline. We're recording. All right, go. You start.
Where the fuck were we up to? Oh, that's right, nighttime.
Nighttime.
So we decided to come back in a couple of days and have a crack at them at nighttime. It was a little bit difficult too, because when you go to places like this during the day, you get like the people that have been coming and visiting them and feeding the dumped poultry, and sometimes they get a bit attached to them, which can make it really hard. So what we had to do was we actually got permission from our local council, who was over the moon and overjoyed that we were going to be able to go and get as many of these abandoned roosters as we could.
Yeah. So yeah, we set off, packed the ute up, and headed off to our location. We got all geared up. We had our GoPros, we had our nets, we had a hook. We also tried a thermo that we ended up discarding because it just wasn't worth it. One thing that we learnt though of a nighttime is that they perch and they roost, so it was easier for us to find fresh shit underneath the trees.
And they seem to roost in the same place every night. And I think they've been there for quite a while because we were able to identify their roost fairly easily by the amount of droppings underneath.
Yes.
Here's just a little bit of raw footage of us catching the roosters at night.
Got in. Oh, you. Go walking. I can't see him. You know what? Put your net in front of it. Go around there, in the water. Swim across the other side. Yep. Swimming. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, that rooster identifies as a duck. I can't believe I've never seen him swim like that. Really waterlogged now, that's easier to catch. Is that food? I reckon he's going to fly this way, so I'll go blue.
10?
Yeah. That's so pretty. Oh wow. Sorry mate, I'm going to try not to disturb you, but you are so gorgeous. Is that a robin?
So, well, that's not what you want, you know? One thing that we did learn is catching them at night is better
Than daytime.
So once we got the hang of it, the first couple I guess were a little bit harder because we were just we didn't know what we were walking into. We did do some running and some jumping of the fence to capture these dumped roosters, but in the end, when you see in the video, we've got four I think in the cage.
Yeah.
We ended up figuring out what to look for to make it a lot easier for us to capture the rest of them in the night time.
Yeah, the rest of the whole sort of capture, unfortunately, we didn't get every capture on camera because our camera ended up full of storage, which is rookie error, and we'll be better prepared next time we make one of these.
Yeah.
But the rest of the captures after the camera went flat got pretty streamlined. Like, we had a little method down pat, and I'd say they were probably the more difficult roosters to capture of the whole night. Was the last probably four or five. Yeah.
They were actually perched up really high. Lucky I had Chrysalin here because I'm actually scared of heights, so she did the kind of the high work, and I just watched on. We did, however, fall down the embankment a couple of times. Chrysalin actually wearing some water, so it was actually...
That was an interesting one. So the roosters that happened, like how I got wet was the rooster was way up in the tree, probably the highest rooster of the whole day, the whole night, sorry, that we didn't know how we were going to get him down, so we managed to we made a wire hook and we hooked onto a branch below and we were able to actually shake the tree till he got a fright and flew. But because the location we were at had a fair amount of like a body of water, he flew and landed just in the water on the edge. And when I went to grab him, it also gave him more of a fright, so he flew directly into my chest, covered me in wet feathers and water, and I'm not going to lie, it was absolutely freezing that night.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty cold. But yeah, I think we learnt a lot during the night time.
We did. It's definitely a lot easier to find and capture like semi-feral dumped roosters at night time.
Especially in a larger flock, like... Yeah, it was crazy. It was good efforts. Couldn't have done it without Chrysalin. So yeah, I do think...
The best thing of it though, we got all of them!
I know.
Well, we're done.
Yes, we are. We've got, in our beautiful box here, 11 roosters and 1 hen. Job completed. Yes.
Our last boy.
Pretty boy.
Well, I suppose a ceremonial putting him in the bed.
Yeah. Job done.
Yeah, so yeah, couldn't have done it without her. I guess there's always going to be more dumped roosters in all sorts of locations around the tablelands, and we will obviously try our best to capture them.
Yeah. And if anyone sees any dumped poultry anywhere on the tablelands, give the Poultry Sanctuary Facebook page a message or find Jade's number and give her a call, because when we can collect together a few locations, we can do another run and rescue some.
Yep. We did over, I think, nearly 400 kilometres in the car in 2 days. So it was a big drive, a lot of time and effort. We both actually have little children, so I don't know, I guess having that time and that chance to palm them off to actually go and do it it does take a lot. But yeah, we do it for the animals, I guess.
Yeah, it's a great need.
Yeah, it is.
And it's become more evident how much of a need there really is. The more we look into it, the more there is.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'd like to thank all the viewers for watching and being patient with us, as this is our first official vlog.
Quite scary, but very daunting in front of the cameras. But hey, you got to get used to that.
I'm sure we'll get better at it as time goes on. And stay tuned for more of our crazy chicken lady adventures. And if you like this video, give the Poultry Sanctuary Facebook page a follow, or like this video, share it with your friends, and help us spread awareness that poultry, even though it doesn't seem to be as important as other livestock, it's still important on how they're treated and how they're cared for.
So out at the poultry, just so fine. The roosters, they come out here, we give them a second chance of life. They free roam, they all get along, and we do try our best to rehome the ones that we do. So thank you again for watching, and
thanks. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Not bad.
Not bad.